Hey guys, it's Mike with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Today we're going to jump into the event going on right now with the Mastery Memory Stones. We've been pressing along big time in story mode, trying to get to 120. There are 120 up for grabs for me. I started with, I think, 48. I took a peek in a previous video. If I actually max out story mode and adventure mode, I will get to the 120. So we're going for it. But right now where we're at is we went through main story mode through chapter 5, stage 7, got that knocked out chapter 6. A lot of these actually just I hadn't tried in a while, so they were pretty easy. There were a couple levels I had to get a little creative with. Chapter 7's knocked out. Chapter 8 is where we are stuck right here on 8-6, and chapter 9 is knocked out. Chapter 10 doesn't actually have memory stone, so I'm not going to worry about that right now, but it does have that legendary sitting there, so that's pretty fun. But we've been trying to dive into this Anya. Can't really use dot. She converts all the dots into heal over time, so I've been struggling with that. I found out that with my Morgan, I was doing a lot of damage when she could land her defense down, but with her Flame Relic, that's on one target every 3 turns. So to beat this in 20 turns is really difficult. So I actually went in and I upgraded her Frost Relic and tried to re-gear my champions to do a little more damage. So we're kind of looking at a spot here as far as gearing. I need to step up the Frost Relic on Morgan, but I jumped into equipment and tried to make some updates going on there. If you see one of my pieces of gear sitting at 11, the reason for this is I'm trying to get the roll in attack speed before I take it to 12 and lower my stats with that changing, what is this called? I don't even know, polish or whatever it is. So we'll see if we can get this dialed in. We want attack speed here because it's my Morgan. But that's why some of my pieces are on level 11. It's just because I'm waiting for that opportunity to get to attack. I thought I had it. Attack speed in the right spot. Evasion again. We've been going through this polishing dust. The last one took me forever to get attack speed on the triple roll. I think that's it. Yeah, we're done. All right. Well, we're on defense. So we're kind of working through that. But I do need to upgrade. I think my Anya, I did switch out a piece of gear trying to get more attack on her with the sacrifice of crit rate. But her crit rate is still pretty decent in this base. We're at 70%, but getting her attack higher, I could probably work on her crit damage would be good too, but I don't have that piece. So I need to level this guy up and get that going. Hopefully get some crit rate there. And then help out in that space, but that extra attack is going to do just a little more damage as I'm trying to squeak every bit of damage out of every character. Been working on my Bedivere, getting him into entirely 5 or 6 star gear pieces and trying to just get as much damage out of him as I possibly can. Everything is on level 12 for him. And then on my Brennan, I was using him. He does do a counter strike when he has the barrier up sometimes, and I was using him to taunt the enemy to prevent them from doing any of their special abilities, but I don't know how well that's working. He's kind of the variable, but he has got me significantly closer than I've been before. So we are again waiting to get these rolls in a good spot for Brennan. Got a 2 roll here that if we could get to probably like effect accuracy or attack speed or some kind of benefit to Brennan. Effect resistance is not going to be the best, but if we can get those kind of moved over, we can step those up. In the interim, I probably could put other gear on him or just go ahead and upgrade it and then figure it out later. It's probably going to be the right move, but that's what I got going on. But right now we're going to jump into Gorgos, do a run in Gorgos and get some gold so we can upgrade this piece. So we ran the upgrade to level 9, did get a second roll in crit rate, so that is awesome. Couldn't have actually planned that better. Ideally we could have effect resistance here or some of those other stats that are going to benefit her, but I don't know that I'm going to maintain this piece on her long term. I'm just trying to get through this level, and right now I need that extra attack on her. So we're going to go out, we're going to get that 405 gold selling stuff and going through Gorgos, and then we'll get this upgraded to level 12, and then we'll jump back in and give it a shot. So we actually didn't even need to jump into Gorgos. We actually just sold a bunch of stuff. I kind of committed to selling all of my 4-star gear because I'm kind of at that point in my account where if it's not 5-star or better, I'm really not going to invest gold into it. So all of my 4-star gear at level 1, I just went ahead and sold all of it. So may not be the best choice, especially for like the accessories down below. But you know, I need gold, and that's where I'm at. And so if I need another piece, then we'll we'll look to get that later. But we did get some extra attack there. So let's go ahead and jump in here, see if we get lucky. If not, we'll see how close we are and what we need to do to make it work. So I am running Bedivere here. Bedivere's got that extra, was it crit damage or let's see here. Yeah. Critical strike damage 20%, so that's why he's in the lead position. Again, trying to squeak out as much damage as I possibly can. I do have some opportunity here to level up Morgan's Frost Relic. I've had it on the account for a very long time. It's been on level 1. I did upgrade it specifically for this level, and I got significantly closer to beating it. The key thing with her Frost Relic over the Flame Relic for this particular level is on her A2, she has the ability to land the independent chance for damage taken increase 2 on all 3 enemies. So on the Fire Relic, she lands that with defense down every 3rd turn on a single enemy. But this is actually going to allow me to land that on all the enemies. So when she lands this piece here, she gets that criticals or damage taken down plus the damage taken down and the defense down that she gets, I think, from her passive skill. So that's going to allow me to do significantly more damage on this particular champion. And on this level, it's not really that important, but on the next one it is. So if we go in here with our single target, get as much damage out of Bedivere, 44,000 is pretty dang good. We're going to try to get as much damage out of her as we were getting. So we were getting around 20,000, so getting those extra little hits there got us up to 22. Obviously wasn't quite enough. I really should try to get her down in that first wave, but unfortunately we're going to go all the way back around, and we got 20 turns to beat this in order to get 3 stars. The other struggle I'm running into is my Morgan is so fast that she gets extra turns and she doesn't do a lot of damage. So when she gets those extra turns, it kind of is a bummer for me because she's not doing the damage. Though she is landing those damage taken increase effects like you see here. Now I've got it on all 3 enemies, which is pretty good. I'm not entirely sure, but taunting this champion has gotten me the closest to beating it. I think she does a heal or something special going on there. So we're going to go ahead, knock her out. We're going to go with the A3 here, hopefully get some extra strikes there, 35 damage, not too bad. It's kind of weird he did, oh, that was a single target though. I was like, he did 44 damage on 44,000 on the last one. But with Morgan here, we are going to start stacking up these damage taken increases, which is going to be a benefit. But at a certain point, when I wait too long, they actually clear all the debuffs and they, just get like heal over time and all kinds of stuff. So we're going to put this guy on here. Also need to kind of pay attention to my vigor here, make sure I can do my big abilities when I need to. We didn't get that extra strike. I think when he crits, it might have a 1-turn cooldown or something like that. And then her strike also, she gets the secondary strike. I think it's on a cooldown as well. But she also has, so they cleared all those debuffs, and now I'm definitely not doing as well. But if they actually attack her, it may be better not for him not to taunt. And that way they have the chance of attacking Anya, because then she would actually do the counter strike. But, it is what it is. Let's see what we can do here. Probably should have put the barrier on him instead, now that I'm thinking about it. But we'll get in here, see if we can get some extra. So you can see we're up at turn 18. So we're looking at turn 19 right here. We got one more after this. So we're definitely not going to get there on this one. So our RNG just wasn't quite with us. I have had it where we've had a thread of health on one champion. But unfortunately, we didn't get it this time. So we're going to go ahead and try again. So we did that first wave. We went with Brennan's A3 this time instead of his A2. Just see if we can get a little more damage out of him. Here she's going to do the double strike, so it is on some sort of cooldown. We got pretty close. If we could take her out in the very first wave on turn 4, be moving into the new level, that would be incredible. But we got this guy going on here. Bedivere should take... Oh, we got a counter strike there. So that was actually really fortunate. She attacked Anya. We got in here on turn 5. I think last time we were on turn 7. So that's going to be a big win there. Hopefully we land. This is kind of the RNG of it. So you see I didn't get the defense down, which I think is because it's not on the reset. But we did land the increased damage taken. She fell asleep down here. So that's going to be pretty good there. I'm trying to think what we're going to do here. If we do this, he's got the barrier up already. I I kind of feel like maybe we know AoE is going to wake her up. Let's go ahead and taunt the main Anya here. And then we're going to go into probably single target and hope we don't hit the sleep champion down here. Let's see here. The struggle here is we only have so many moves. So wasting some of them can be pretty bad. Let's see. I think on this guy we have to get the defense down on her. So we're going to wake up this champion there. Defense down. Added strikes there. Going again. So hopefully we did not land another one. We got some chill on there. We did get a retaliation there on Brennan. And let's see here. Maybe we'll come up here and I don't know where this recovery over time debuff comes from. I should have actually done the AoE so that we don't get any heals over here. But we'll go ahead and do our AoE ability with Brennan or with Bedivere here. It's not looking good. We're on turn 13. We still have a chance. We got some counter strikes up. We don't have vigor. So we're going to go after the main Anya. She's clearing all the buffs. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try to get some of those debuffs back up on her. It does not happen. We didn't land anything. That is incredible. Okay, we did get a counter strike there. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead with the A3 here. Make sure we're not getting any heals with that heal disruption there. Jump on Anya's A3. I think we're running short on turn. We're on turn 17. We're getting pretty close here, though. If we could get some defense down. Oh, man, we are just getting no RNG with us right now. Come on now. I think some of these buffs are probably going to be effect resistance, which is what's going on here. So this is our last turn. This is what we got, and we're done. So that's not too far off the mark, but we're getting closer. We're going to go ahead and retry again and see if we can do a little better. Hoping for some good RNG here. We got it. So that's exactly what we want to see coming out of there. We have 5 vigor, so we're going to use the A3 for Brennan here. Get some heal disruption going on there. I'm going to go for Bedivire's A2 and see if picking apart the person with defense down is a better move. Maybe we can get Anya down and out, and that might help us out a little bit as far as whoever's clearing all those debuffs that we have on there. Hopefully we can stack these up. We got an attack here, so we got a counter strike from Brennan there. Did not get a counter strike there, but we still have all the debuffs, and we got 1 buff up here. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Probably go right here. And we put her to sleep, but didn't do any damage. So we're going to wake her up because we're going to be doing damage to her specifically. Oh, I didn't take a look at my vigor. We're at vigor 3. Okay, so we can come back in with this 2. I kind of feel like the A3 might kill her, and then we can move on. It should be close, though. So, oh, where's that second hit? Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. All right, let's get in here, and there we go. She's down. Okay, we got 4 turns left. And we have cleared all those debuffs. That's no good. Let's see here. She has some debuffs on her already. She has less health. Let's go ahead and see if we... Oh, she's blocking anyway. All right, so we got some debuffs there. That's going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and do a taunt here just in case one of them hits Brennan or the other person with barrier. I think we get a counter strike out of that. We do have Bedivere here. Trying to think. Maybe we do the A2 and hope for that second hit to come over here. Don't think we're coming back around. So we're going to go this route and hope for it. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is really good. We're getting really close here. We've got an A3. I think we have 1 turn after this, but it's going to be Morgan with some soft garbage hit. So this has got to kill her or get super close. We did it. All right. So that was an adventure, getting through that, and it was a lot of fun, pretty engaging actually. So it's been kind of a funny process, but so we exit out of that. That gets us our last memory stones for story mode. So now the mission I've got left is I got to get over here into adventure mode. I got to knock out chapter 7, get these 10. I got to knock out chapter 8, chapter 9, and chapter 10. There's 20 over here, which is still a very tall order. but none of this is actually requiring me using any stamina at all, just using some time of mine, which is a nice holiday weekend, so I'm going to jump in there and see what I can get done. We're getting closer and closer. So if we jump back out and take a peek at our chivalries, or the memory stones, we're going to be looking at, we have 73 on the account now, which is going to be pretty good. We just need to get those last 50 will bring us to 123, and then we can finish the event. We still have, I want to say, like 8 days on this event, so I still have some time to get this done, but we just keep pressing on a little bit. So we actually have 10 days on the event. By the time the video launches, it'll probably be 8 days. But yeah, so we're going to roll through. I have gone back and forth, like even using the 60 that are already on the account. 40 upgrade summons is probably a great way to utilize those chivalries and get some extra summons. And it might be a while before another event like this comes through. It could be next cycle. It could be 6 weeks. I don't really know. And that's part of the thing of a young game, is we don't know what the habits are of the game. We don't know, how frequently things come back around. This might be a one-hit wonder and never come back. And so then I'm sitting here stacked up on all these chivalries and never use them again. So that could be part of it too, but that is something I'll have to think about as we get closer to the end of the event, if I have not been able to get to the 120. If I get to the 120 Relic Selector, we're getting Nika's Frost Relic, we're getting Morgan's Storm Relic, and we're getting those decked out on the account. So that's what my goal is, to get all the way to there, but we'll see how fortunate I am and how lucky I can get. Pretty sure RNG was on my favor. I could probably play that 20 times and not beat it in 20 moves. So I think we kind of got a little bit lucky there. But hey, it all worked. So one thing that was a little bit negative as far as an effect is I am trying to stock up a bunch of resources. So you can see my serpent statues are stocking up a little bit. Got a little bit of the steed here. But I am trying to stock those up for an event like the Brendan event, where we need to max out a character. I did use quite a few resources maxing out. I didn't even max it out, but taking Morgan's Frost Relic all the way to level 50. So I was using books on that. I got it leveled up on that Frost Relic, so we got it maxed out. And as well as all the awakened stones that you need. I use a lot of those. So there's a lot of resources that actually went into completing this event that I probably shouldn't have done. That being said, I do have 10 days left of what's going on right now to stockpile some of those resources back and make up for it. And then in the event that event does pop up, I do obviously have the length of the event itself to farm that extra stuff as well. So might be a little bit behind schedule on some of these resources potentially, but hopefully if I keep in front of most of them, I'll have the opportunity at least to get those dialed in. So I am farming talismans right now because I've been neglecting it for a long time and focused on books, and when I kind of come back in here. But I had, I want to say 200 or 300 of these books before I upgraded her relic. So you can see I use a lot of resources there, the rare ones as well. So I'm kind of getting in that depleted state again where I need to get back in and farm both books and talismans. Also use a lot of these upgrade stones here, which are farmable as long as you have stamina to do it and you're not behind the 8-ball there. Noticing on some of these mythical ones here, I actually have quite a few, so I could probably get in there and do some forging and see about getting some more 6-star gear. I'm not sure exactly what each of these are going to bring me, but right now it's basically vigor and accuracy, crit rate. I would like to start putting together a really good ascension set, but I got 3,000 rubies here. So when we come back out into the packages, pop-up offers, we still have 3 days on these events. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to pick up maybe resistance. Maybe. Probably not. I think I'm going to pick up the Ascension package and probably the Safeguard package. Safeguard is a 2-piece set that can be helpful for increasing like durability. I think it adds a shield to your champions. And then the Ascension set is great for damage. It's going to do more damage than the attack set, but it does utilize some of your HP to bring that extra damage on. But building your Bedivere, so like your big hitters in something like this, all of a sudden those 20 moves is going to be plenty to get through those levels. And this was kind of my ace up my sleeve. If I needed it, this is what I was going to do. But right now I've got the 3000 ready to go. If I can get to 4500, I'll probably pick up another set of this just because of how big it is on the account to have 46-star pieces of gear. It's just huge. Like it's so big. But I am waiting for hopefully the crystal consumption event. Somebody in the comments let me know they run that in the off week. But I think the reset's going to be exactly at the same time. So as these fall off, the crystal consumption event's going to start. So I don't know that I'm going to have that opportunity. But I'm going to wait to the bitter end and just hope that crystal consumption event comes in before these go away. And then I can pick them up and get some credit for that. But I think that's about what I got for you today. I mentioned we're going to work on getting that the memory stone consumption event dialed in. I didn't honestly think I'd be able to get through story mode. I thought that was going to be the hardest one. So that's why I did that first. From there, I am probably going to have to bury a lot of resources in some of those random treasure chests. You have to upgrade, uncommon and common characters in order to get through it. So I'm probably going to have to bury some resources in some areas like Douglas over here in order to get through some of those weird treasure chests. But outside of that, it's literally just running around and trying to find stuff. So as long as I can get through those treasure chests and find everything in that adventure mode, I should be good to go. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me all the way to the end. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It means the world to me. And I look forward to seeing you next time.